Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Step and this is going to be part 30 of my early campaign where I'm playing as the Almohads. And I would say in the last episode, one of the luckiest things happened to me in this campaign so far. I feel like I've been getting pretty lucky, actually, because when the Sicilians died in the last episode, and that was just purely natural, I didn't have anything to do with that. Their king died of old age or an illness, and they had no heirs left, and that was it. So that was, at that point, my scariest looking rival. They had some pretty big navies, and their kingdom was really awkward for me to consider taking over because it was just long. It's a long, skinny kingdom that kind of starts here in the islands, then it went up the boot of Italy a little bit, and then went straight through Europe here, and then they had territories up here in Scandinavia, and then the British Isles as well. So when they died, there's just this power vacuum now, and also just in time for the Swiss to come up as well. So now we have this faction emergence of the Swiss, and this is a super interesting time for the campaign now because I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that it's time for me to start being a little bit proactive here. I do need to start actually using my military might to kind of throw my weight around a little bit, because if we look here in the glorious achievements, my points, I'm not going to be making too many. I will be making some off of the Iberian civilization, but it's only going to be for the next counting period, and then, yeah, then the last counting period and the last turn. So think of it more like I'm going to be making 6 points, and this extra 6 is just going to be a bonus, because the homelands and the conquest, that's going to be for all of these other counting periods. And I don't know if it's going to change much. I don't know if it's going to go down even further. I might make even less off of this. So it's going to be time for me to start throwing my weight around a little bit. I need to take out Hungary and Poland because they are catching up with their points. They are making a lot of points. So I do need to take care of them eventually, but I think that Egypt is going to be next, just because Egypt doesn't really have any other enemies right now, and they're starting to bother me just because they're bored. And because they need Cyrenaica for their own homelands objectives, so that's another reason. So yeah, they have this perfect little buffer up here in Khazar between them and the Mongols, and then they don't seem too interested in taking out the Byzantines or the Turks. They're just kind of going to leave them there, so that's that, I suppose. So they've been starting to bother me, and I've been starting to try to bother them back by taking out their provinces that have Rabat built in them, so that when they get these jihads going, I just kind of take out the jihad, and then I lower their sultan's influence, and I try to cause a civil war. And it's worked once. It did not work the second time here when I took Nicaea. In fact, I did actually fail in trying to take that castle, and then that castle fell naturally, of course. So I was able to keep the port, and I can move these armies out as soon as now, but this army was the ransomed ones, and I can't move them until next turn. So I'm going to hang out here. I'm not going to leave any man behind. I'll just wait one more turn before I can move them all together. In fact, let's make you the governor of Nicaea for as long as you can keep it. What are we making? 420, and then boom, 629. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take it. Speaking of money, yeah, I'm negative 926, and I actually noticed that I guess one of my ships had sunk up here. Yeah, so I don't have a ship here, and I didn't notice that. I wonder how long that's been going on. So that would explain why I'm not making any money. So let's bring over a boat. You can go there. And that might fix my money problems. I mean, that's, like how many ports was that I wasn't trading with? This one, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 ports. Yeah, that'd do it. That would do it. So that could put me back in the positive, which would be good. But, I think it is going to be time for me to go on the offensive versus the Egyptians, because I don't necessarily want to just march through all of their territories and take everything. Like, that's kind of a slog, and it seems kind of unnecessary, especially considering that the only family members that I've been able to find so far is the Sultan and then his son. And they're both in the same stack. They're right here in Sinai. And they don't have a navy to speak of, because my boats are keeping the water's clear of their boats. So what I could do is kill their family members. And as you can see, I don't need to invade all of this to do that. I can just take out this part. So what I'm thinking is invading Tripoli and then pushing into Syria so I can cut them off and then just move down south with those armies. And I can also move into Egypt with these armies just to kind of hold this army in place here. And then we can slowly kind of smush them and kill the family, the Egyptian family. And then all of this should go rebel, so I'm okay with that. It'd be interesting actually to see if anything kind of picks up. Like if the Byzantines actually want to make a go at it and try to take the rebel lands off of the Egyptians. Like, would I be worried about them? Not really. They have 60 points and their homelands are almost as bad as mine are. They're as bad as mine are, actually. They're only making 4 points. So, I mean, 1 right now, but like, you know, a total of 4, you know, if they had all of their homelands objectives. And then, what, like the Turks, like, would they do anything? Probably not. Am I worried about them? Not really. I can't believe they have more points than the Byzantines. That's crazy. Wow, they're making 2? Huh. 2 points off of this. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not worried about if anything really comes in, you know, fills the void, right? Like if it's the Egyptians, like so, I mean, if it's the Byzantines or the Turks, so be it. And we'll deal with that if we have to later on. Because I just I want a quick little war with the Egyptians, and then I want to be able to sweep up here and take out Hungary and Poland. Because this might take a little while. It's going to be a little bit tricky, a little bit dicey, just because we have these two nations that are relatively sizable, especially like put together. It's a decent chunk of the map, right? And it's right in between. It's kind of a tight spot, isn't it? Like there's the Mongols, which are definitely petering out, but like they still have strength for sure. And I don't necessarily want to fight the Mongols, but you know, I'll do what I have to take out the Poles because they're going to catch up otherwise. And same with the Hungarians. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting little scenario, a little objective to try to take these two nations out. And then there's also the Germans, who are not too far behind the Poles and the Hungarians in points. Now, if we look at their territories, we're thinking, well, there's not much left. It's just 2 provinces. But now that the Sicilians are gone, there's this big void here, right? And we don't know who's going to fill this void. The Swiss can really, you know, have some room here to move around for sure. But so can the Danes, so can the French, so can the Germans, and so can the Poles up here as well. So there's a lot of opportunity here in Central Europe, and it's going to be very interesting to see who really takes the mantle and who runs with this. You know, the Italians are still existing, the papacy still exists, so there's a lot here. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. Looks like the French are already making some moves and by taking Flanders. So yeah, they're being aggressive. And what I'm thinking is, yes, I can probably get some armies together. Like I was saying, I can just go after Egypt with this army. Maybe not this turn. Maybe wait 1 turn. But what I probably can do is get some armies together from this. Because we have 2 Danish armies and then 2 rebel armies up here. I probably don't have to worry about them too much. Either of them, really. Am I friends with the Danes? No, I'm not. Okay. But what am I thinking? So I'm thinking, like, how many armies do I need? Probably, like, I don't know, 3 for each province, 3 for Tripoli, 3 for Syria. Just so, I know that sounds like overkill, but just, like, make sure, you know? Make sure I can take over my provinces, my castles, and then make sure that I can repulse any counterattack, potentially, from the north. And I can just sweep down, these armies, 3 armies from Tripoli can go down to Palestine, the 3 from Syria can go down to Arabia, and we can slowly crunch the Egyptian Sultan. And during that process, we can bring these armies over from Cyrenaica to Egypt to just make sure that this army stays busy as well. So that's going to be the play. And can I spare 3 armies or 6 total from these provinces? I think I can. I think I definitely can spare 6 armies from my northern borders here. So I don't think there's going to be any building up phase. I think I'm just going to be looking at my armies, grabbing the generals that I want to use, grabbing the units that I want to use, getting them all together, and then invading, probably on this turn. However, it would be fun if I could get a jihad together, and they only take 2 turns to get. I would like that. Let's get a jihad, because the fun thing about that is that now that I've technically owned Palestine at one moment, and Nicaea as well, those are now jihad targets, potential jihad targets. So it's kind of too bad I don't have a jihad marker already ready to go, because that'd be cool to launch one right now, but 2 turns is not bad. I think what I can do is this turn, I just launch my guys over here, and I can even spend like an extra turn to like take this castle perhaps if anyone goes inside of it. It's interesting they don't have any castles here in Syria. Wow. Okay. And then yeah, by like the 3rd turn from now, I would have that jihad ready to go. Or that 2nd turn? Yeah, the 2nd turn from now, I would have that jihad ready to go here, and they could invade Palestine as well. Just as like a kind of a fun thing to use that jihad and get some free units, and you know, why not? So that's what I'm thinking with that. And then once that becomes a thing, then like all of these territories become jihad, like potential jihad targets. So for example, if there's an Egyptian reemergence down the line and they want to mess with me again, I can just be like, hey, yeah, I got some jihads ready. Like, let's go. And the fun thing with the Muslims is that you can just launch you can just launch a ton of jihads at the same time. There's no limit to it. It's kind of broken. I don't know if they see I did that on purpose or not. With Crusades, you can only launch one at a time. But with jihads, you really can just build a bunch of jihad markers and just get a bunch of, just a ton of free units basically. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, let's play around with the jihad mechanic a little bit and actually get myself familiar with it. I don't even know if I've ever used the jihad mechanic in this game. I've just had it used against me. Now that I have my armies formed up and ready to go, we are ready to invade Egyptian territory once and for all here. We're gonna go in. I went a little overzealous, I'd say, with my armies, but I have my 2 sections ready to go. I have some artillery ready to go. Basically, I have 2 full armies for each of the provinces. Well, I also have some backup armies as well, just full of like auxiliary units, like artillery. Like, where's an example? Like, this is a little backup army here. Let me show you my actual leaders here. So what I'm thinking is here I have a 5-star general, Ibrahim ibn Yaqub. 5 stars is not bad. 5 dreads also pretty good if I want to make him a governor, because he's not a governor yet. And yeah, I mean, what do we got? +2 valor, so he's going to be a good fighter. He has 4 valor, it looks like, altogether. And then hopefully no one bribes him, because it's negative 50% cost to bribe. So hopefully no one bribes him here. But yeah, most charitable, so +20 happiness, +1 piety, and then great builder. So I wonder if he used to be governor, and did I strip him of his titles? I'm not sure. But 5-star general is pretty good, so let's give him a chance to get out in the field and prove himself. And then for my other guy, kind of my backup here, only 2 stars, but then I saw some traits that were pretty intriguing. Natural leader, so +2 morale and then +1 loyalty, but also charismatic leader, so +30 happiness and then +3 morale. I wonder if these 2 stack. So is that +5 morale altogether? If it is, that's pretty good. And then secret pride for that +3 valor, you know. So yes, he only has 2 command stars, but like, he's going to be a good fighter and his men will not break. So he's an intriguing option as well. So he's going to be kind of the backup general for this section. And then for my main armies, they're going to be made up of my Ghulam cavalry backing up my Ghulam bodyguards for my generals. So I have 2 units of Ghulam cavalry, you know, decent medium cav. Like, they're kind of the best option for heavy cav that the Almohads have. And then the Faris. This is a really good skirmish cav unit. Archer cav, but also really solid in melee as well. And they have a shield, so they they can take less damage from being shot at and all that good stuff. So yeah, these are wonderful, wonderful units. These are really awesome. So I'll be bringing them in, and then also a couple of arbalesters for their, you know, very, very good armor piercing damage versus armor. And then yeah, Muwahid foot soldiers, great spearmen versus cav. A couple Ghazi infantry for their armor piercing, and then 4 Nubian spearmen per each stack as well, just for holding the line and all that good stuff. And then I have this auxiliary army as well. Demi cannons for knocking down the castle walls. Archers are also good for sieges because they shoot over the heads of the guys in front of them. – 'Using crossbowmen or arbalesters or handgunners is not a good option. – 'Using crossbowmen or arbalesters or handgunners is not a good option. – 'Using crossbowmen or arbalesters or handgunners is not a good option. – 'Using crossbowmen or arbalesters or handgunners is not a good option. – 'Using crossbowmen or arbalesters or handgunners is not a good option. 'Using crossbowmen or arbalesters or handgunners is not a good option. And then some auxiliary units just in general. So like I like having swordsmen for my, not necessarily my first wave army, but like my backup army or my reserve army. I like having swordsmen. And then same with the militia sergeants. You know, it's nice having that armor piercing as well. And then naphtha throwers, just good utility, you know, with their grenades. And same thing with the handgunners, good utility as well. And the Saharan Cav, my best, you know, my fastest light Cav. I believe they are faster than the Faris. I'm not totally sure on that one, but I think they are. So that's the idea with that. And then since we are going to be invading the desert, what desert army would be complete without camels? So let's bring them, because, you know, why not? Let's go. Let's do it. And yeah, this is going to be led by, this little section is going to be led by one of my heirs, but this one's not in line. Prince Ibrahim is my second eldest brother. And yeah, he's not in line anymore, or he never was in line. So yeah, 4 stars, not bad, 5 acumen. So he's pretty solid. Let's give him a chance to prove himself as well. Give him something to do. And then what's my other general for this section? He is here. Or no, I'm going with him. Ibrahim Abu Balogan. Only 2-star general, but what was it? He's very lazy, but you know what? I think he's just misunderstood. Sometimes you just have to support people's passions and not really, you know, nag on them and just kind of let them be themselves, and they will become the best part of, you know, best person. So yeah, I'm going to believe in him, and I'm going to give him a little chance here. So even though he's very lazy, -2 acumen and -2 command, he's also a charismatic leader, so he's going to be giving +3 morale. So people love him, you know. He doesn't make them work too hard, and they love him for that. So I'm going to give him a chance. Also, +2 command as well. So he's going to be the backup general for this little section here. And yeah, these are the armies that are going to go into... They all have to squeeze into Tripoli first off. So let's kind of go in here. And then once we take Tripoli, then I'll split these armies into their respective halves. So I want to keep these halves together so I know which half is which. Because I have them made for specific purposes here. Part of me wonders if that's leaving my northern borders a little bit too lightly guarded here, but you know what? I think this is the perfect time because the Danes just do not have too much here. You know, I still have 4 stacks left in Navarre, and I still have, what, 6 stacks left in Aragon, so that should be pretty gosh darn good, I'd say. So let's just keep that, and then yeah, that should be good to go. I'm not going to invade Egypt right now. I want to give it 1 turn just to give these armies a chance to react. They might pull back and want to react to this, but we will see. And if that's the case, then that's going to make this battle potentially a little bit easier. So yeah, I'm not going to invade this turn, but I will invade Egypt in the next turn. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully I can catch these family members, just the 2 of them here. Him and then him. Yeah, 0 influence on the Sultan, but like still no civil wars. And yeah, only 3 loyalty on his son. Maybe that's why he's keeping him in the same stack, as just so he doesn't start another civil war. Yeah, I wonder if that's what it is. Hopefully I did not miss another family member. I did check all the armies, but you know, I might have missed something. Hopefully I did not. And hopefully no one else comes of age while I'm doing this. If that happened, that'd be kind of unfortunate. And it might, you know, who knows. So without further ado, let's just kind of end this turn and get on into this invasion. Of course, the Egyptians are retreating back to their castle here in Tripoli. That's to be expected, but you know what? I got cannon, so they're not going to be able to stay in there for long. And what? So the Egyptians are dealing with a little bit of a rebellion in Rum. Okay, I didn't have anything to do with that. Brothels finished here in Portugal. I just wanted more provinces that can train up my agents. And Fortress is finished here in Navarre, so that is my final tier of castle. So it's almost taking up the entire province. It's just huge. Massive. And yeah, Master Spearmaker completed here in Leon. I believe that is giving +1 Valor to my spear units, my Muwahid foot soldiers, and my Nubian. No, just my Muwahid foot soldiers. Let's see, anything worth keeping an eye on here? It doesn't appear so. Although the +10 happiness and +1 loyalty for the Great Builder for my Khalifa, that's always a good one. It's always nice to have. Alright, how long is this siege going to last? So it would last for 3 years if I just kind of let it be, and I am not going to let it be. This is going to be all about a matter of speed right here. So, you know what? I think that I think this is true that anytime an heir comes of age, they end up in the same province as the king or the sultan in this case. So even if someone else did come of age, I believe they would be screwed. So yeah, I guess I'm not too worried about that. So at this point now, so they didn't react to it. They left all of their armies here in Egypt. So what I'm going to be doing now is taking my armies. See, oh, this is so frustrating. I spent all of that time getting these armies mixed together, and then I invaded this province, and then the game just like mixes everything back up. So I'm going to get an army together here. That's pretty good for taking on castles. And I will take out this castle in this turn. And then I'll move my other 3 armies here to Syria to kind of close the noose so I can start moving south. Looks like they do have a little bit of a garrison here in Arabia. And I mean, even the Sultan's army, like even though it's small, like it's kind of good, isn't it? Some decent heavy cav in there, some decent spearmen as well. So yeah, it's not, you know, I'm trying to do this the easy way, but there never is really an easy way with the Egyptians. They have some decent armies, I gotta say. Everything is now all set for this invasion here. I am moving these troops over to Syria. I will be attacking this castle, and I'm also attacking Egypt. So there's going to be a lot in motion. Let's see if we can get some battles in. Of course, we will get this battle in, but let's see if they actually try to hold Egypt or if they just try to pull back to Sinai. We are about to find out. So let's drop this save and end this turn. Now, they did pull back from Syria, and that is to be expected. And so that is our province now. There's no castles there, so don't have to worry about any sieges. And here we go. So we're only facing off against 185 guys, but we do have to get into the castle. And, I mean, they have 3 units of cav, or, you know, cav plus a camel. So I did bring enough spears to deal with that. My Muwahid foot soldiers should be plenty. And we also get to see the demi cannons in play. So let's just dive right on into it. Here is the castle that we need to break ourselves into, and we got the cannons to do it. I do have, so it says where they are now, which it looks like a long ways away. They can shoot this gate, and they can also shoot the inner gate, which would be really nice, because having my men have to just hack down a gate, getting oil tossed on them from above, is really unpleasant. It's one way to just lose a lot of men. And if I could avoid that, would be nice. But the danger of having my cannons too close is that they can possibly get shot from the walls. Now, in this case, we don't just have arrow towers to deal with, we also have catapult towers. I don't think you can see a catapult, I don't think it shows one, but you will see the rocks, you know, coming down on you. And I don't know if my cannons are in range of the catapults, I'm not sure. So I guess this is going to be me finding out. If it turns out that the catapults do, like, destroy my cannons, I'm going to be kind of in trouble here, but you know what, this campaign's all about learning, so let's, you know, figure it out as we go along here. So I'm pretty much all set, I think. Let's begin the battle, and I have this set, so you right away can start shooting, and then you can start shooting on this side as well. And yeah, like, it's just a really epic, like, I mean, oh, they're great. I love the demi cannons. I remember being very, very impressed by them. And you can start shooting as well. And I think they do pretty solid damage. Like, what do we got? One shot in on the gatehouse and it's already 11% damaged. 22? Yeah, that's not bad. So I may as well start getting these guys moving up already. May as well. And then on this side as well, we got a little bit of impassable terrain here, so we gotta kind of move around that. Yeah, we're already at 28% damaged here. And then, yeah, it looks like we got some catapults throwing rocks at us, so let's move my general out of the way. And yeah, it looks like they possibly do have range on my cannons, but I don't know if they're going to be shooting at my cannons. They might be shooting at my infantry, so let's just try to march up there. And are they getting hit? Yeah, Jesus, wow. Man, my militia sergeant's already lost 12 men. Wow, that's a hit. That's a bounce, yeah. Because that's the thing, like, bounces, the rocks don't just hit you on the fall, they hit you on the bounce as well. It's really interesting, like, how they modeled it in this game. It's well done. And I gotta say, the cacophony of all the sounds of like rocks falling, it can be pretty stressful. Like, it's something that I'm surprised. This is the second Total War game, and like it's shocking how good some of these things are, and just the sounds of the artillery I think are really, really well done. So yeah, Gatehouse is at 56% damage. We got arrows coming down on us as well, so yeah, it's kind of scary for sure. But I think I might want to move my general up by now, just because we are going to be getting in here pretty soon, I think. Yeah, my guys are just going to be getting rocks and arrows shot at them until we can get in these walls. But we're close. We're getting there. We just need our cannons. We're just a couple shots away before we can get in. And yeah, just one more shot before we're in on this side. And it looks like all of the enemy units... Oop, nope. Looks like we do have some enemy units right there. So no one's at the gate. So we just have to kind of let ourselves in. And is that going to be it? Nope, one more shot before the gatehouse is finished. And then on this side as well, we are almost in. We are now into the gatehouse, so let's send my spears in first. I can send my swordsmen in afterwards.
Your brave warriors have reached me.
And then archers can follow up here. We're still waiting on the left, but our right can come in as well. Looks like all of the enemy units actually are in the first wave, so I don't think we have to go in. Okay, yes, there's going to be one unit in that second. So, let's see. Let's start getting my cannons to shoot at this gatehouse. Looks like they are in range, which is going to be really nice. Actually, are we in on this side? Yes, we are. Okay, sweet. So let's get in here, and we can kind of close off this choke point so we can start killing these Saharan Cav and these spearmen. And gosh, what do I want to do here? Yeah, let's focus on killing these units first. And we can let our cannons work on this gatehouse here. So we have some Saracen infantry coming in, so let's kind of hit them with our Muwahid foot soldiers and our militia sergeants all at the same time. What do we have in the back? So Bedouin camel warriors, let's send our spearmen after them. And then, yeah, let's go here, and then let's go here, and that should be enough to take them out. And then, yes, our Muwahids can come up and start killing the camels. And our archers can come up and start shooting at the camels as well. We should be able to get rid of this unit. But make sure our guys are on engage at will here. And then what about on this side? Yeah, let's send spearmen up, and then archers can go up as well. Let's start getting some attacks in on these units. How are we doing on this gatehouse? 30% damage? Okay, so not quite there yet. And yeah, camels coming in. They're trying to get around my spearmen. Let's just cut them off here. And yes, our spearmen are going to do very well against our camels, I would say. And let's not blob up. Let's spread out a little bit so that we take a little bit less damage from all of these incoming attacks. So yes, we do have our their Saracen infantry coming in on this side. So let's kind of move my militia sergeants around. And then let's move up my general as well, so he's inside. And yeah, let's make sure that all of my cannons are shooting at this gatehouse here. And how are we coming? Yeah, this section's already almost taken care of on this side. Now we just have to deal... Okay, Saracen infantry on this side. Okay. And Saharan Cav. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Saracen infantry. Yeah, let's send my militia sergeants in to help out here. And then let's send my swordsmen in to help out as well. And I might have to get my archers back because they might charge... Yeah, they're sending this Saharan Cav here, so let's make sure, let's bring over some more militia sergeants to help out over on the side as well. Just so that they don't rout us on that side, that would be embarrassing. And just as I say that, yeah, they made my Muwahid foot soldiers run away, so... Yeah, looks like they are pushing me back on the left. So let's just kind of reorganize my forces here. I can have my archers reposition themselves and get my swordsmen moved up. And where's my general? Yeah, general come over here and help out against the units on this side. Man, I'm shocked because I thought I brought the general in that gave us like +3 morale or something. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I got that wrong, but I thought I had the right guys. Let's send my Muwahid foot soldiers into the inner keep here because they can start working on this unit of Cav. Here and here, and then these archers can come in as well. They can help out. Because, yeah, on this side it should be fine. I think we'll have this cleared up eventually. Let's send my Cav around the sides here. And then foot soldiers or my swordsmen, they can kind of hurry up and start getting in. And yeah, we will work our way through. Yeah, we'll get through them. We'll get through them eventually on this side. And then, yeah, let's bring my spearmen in. They're coming in. And what do they have here? Is it the Faris? Yeah, so yeah, this is... You'll see. They're decent, you know, considering that they're skirmish cav. They're going to put up a very solid fight here. And this whole time, we just have the rocks coming down. Like, my God, it's stressful. It's a lot, you know. I'm taking a lot of damage in this. And I feel like this is, you know, a siege battle that I, you know, kind of... I don't know if I made mistakes. Maybe I made mistakes. If I'm making mistakes, let me know. If there's like other ways that you like to fight these siege battles that, you know, I'm doing wrong, then you, of course, just let me know, please. Because I don't like... what's the word for cheating? I don't like using exploits. And I don't like doing things that are a little bit, like, wonky, you know? But, you know, I will... If there's a tactic that, like, feels real and realistic and all that stuff, I will definitely use it. I just don't like feeling like I'm, you know, cheating the AI. So, like, in this situation, right, where it's going to be a siege battle, like, it's going to be bloody. It's going to be this way. The fact that I took this many losses just going up against 4 units is... it's kind of incredible, honestly. But, you know, it's kind of the nature of the beast, isn't it? Now the enemy general is dead, and they are down to 11 guys. And yeah, man, I kind of thought that when you would take, like... It's interesting, like, they have catapult towers on their inner walls as well. I think once you take the outer walls, the outer wall catapult towers stop shooting at you. Like, I'm pretty sure these aren't shooting anymore, arrows or catapults. And then, man, this guy too. Like, what's going on here? Is this the general? He must be, because he is just fighting like a beast right now. And then, yeah, down to 4 men for these fairies as well. Yeah, this army put up a freaking fight. Yeah, good for them. They made me work for it. And this guy, man, who is he? Like, stop trying to kill him. We need to, you know, hire him and get him into the army. Everyone else is dead. It's just this guy. Man, and he is holding out. Like, Jesus. And this whole time, they're just throwing rocks at us. And I think, are arrows still coming in? I'm not sure. Yeah, so I think that catapult towers are still working on the outer layer because I'm seeing rocks coming from this side, right? Yeah. Man, that's crazy. That's tough. They can shoot inside their own castle. Man. And this guy is just lasting forever. Jesus. My general's been killed, and now my guys are running away. Oh my God. Oh, man. Oh, wow, I still have some units still fighting, but this guy! This is insane! Let's see if I can rally my forces, because yeah, my guys are starting to run away here. Oh my God, is he gonna just rout my entire army? I brought in my demi cannon crews to try to kill him. Holy God, this is insane! Yeah, this is a unit of Saharan Cav. Like, sure, I'm sure he's like a, you know, general, like an actual general, but this is crazy. This isn't fair. Is he just gonna beat us? I can't believe this. I can't believe this. He's just gonna beat us by himself. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the hell? What? That's not fair. Come on. That's it. That's it. I don't have anyone else. I can try to rally my guys, but... So do I have to come back in here and, like, use my cannons to try to, like, knock down these walls again? In fact, I don't even know if I can. I might have, like, lost too many demi-cannon crew to actually get in here. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's not fair. That's such bullshit. Like, yeah, I get making generals tough, but seriously? What the hell, man? Oh, Oh man, what a bummer. I lost 650 guys. What? That's insane. So the Egyptians are retreating from Egypt. Okay, it's a little bummer that we couldn't get a battle there, but I'm sure we will. I mean, we'll fight them eventually, right? We will close in on them eventually. So, yes, Egypt is now ours. Wow. And so they captured 25 of our guys. Like, how did they even do that? What that one guy captured our guys? I'm sure I'll pay it, but see, like, so it's gonna take 3 turns to like. There's just one defender. And it's going to take 3 turns to get him to starve out. 3 years. I don't even know if I have the demi cannon crew to get me back in there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how many it's required to shoot the cannons. So let's see. Anything here? No. And nothing too crazy there. Ooh, yeah, I forgot these guys as well. I should have moved them that last turn because I can move them now. And yeah, that's so ridiculous. So yeah, if you've seen anything like that, let me know. That's insane. That's insane. That's bullshit. I hate that. I hate that just happened. God, who are you? He's a severe alcoholic. That doesn't make sense. Minus 10 health? He's a legendary drunk, and his retainers now perform the majority of his duties. I was thinking that he'd have like plus 15 health or something, because I think you can get that. But no, he has minus 10 health. How? How does someone with minus 10 health hold off against an entire army? Plus 3 morale. Like, it's not the morale that does it though, because in siege battles, the defenders are unbreakable anyway. So it's not that. It's the fact that I couldn't kill him. That's insane. That's so stupid. Like, who is this guy? Oh, that's so... Oh. Damn. So do I have to go in there again? I don't want to. But I think I have to because, like... The Egyptians might be mounting a counterattack soon. Actually, yeah, let's just screw it. Let's just leave Tripoli behind and just keep pushing in. Yeah, I think that's the play. Because what's here? This is going to fall in 2 years. So I can leave a small force here to just kind of continue this siege. I don't think I have any siege equipment in this army, do I? Oh, I do actually. Oh, is it worth attacking? It's just a fort. Like, I can definitely get in there. You know? I may as well finish this one off just to save myself a turn. And I can send... Yeah, I can just do that with, like, 1 stack, I guess. And I can send the other stacks here to Sine and try to get a battle in there. And then, what would I do with these armies? I suppose just keep moving them. Like, don't try to hold this. Because the Egyptians will be mounting some forces, and they will be mounting a counterattack eventually. So don't move these guys. Or should I? Because I could just move these armies in and reinforce. Gosh, that's not a bad idea. These armies are pretty healthy. Except for, you know, obviously these guys that had that failed siege. But the rest of them are looking okay. There's a little bit of attrition just from the siege, but overall, I think these guys are looking okay here. And would I be able to hold Syria if these forces attacked Syria? I think so. It's only just the troops from these provinces. Or, oh no, actually, yeah, Rum can attack as well. I think I could. I think I could. In fact, I could even move more troops from Tripoli into Syria, because the only province that borders Tripoli is Antioch, and of course Palestine, but barely anyone's here right now. Interesting. Okay, so I do have some decisions to make here. You know what? I'm just going to leave them be. I don't want to attack this castle again. I don't want to go up against this guy who might never die. That would suck. That was super, super frustrating. That was just really mean of him, you know? I did not like that one bit. So I'm just going to let him die alone in his castle. If the Egyptians want to counterattack me while I wait, that's fine. Let them come. And I will try to fight them here in Tanay as well. Ooh, I almost forgot. I do have a jihad that I also can get going here in Palestine. And yes, let's launch that. So do I have it? Is it all ready to go? Yes, it is. And look at that. We got 3 units of Gulam cavalry, each with their silver shielded upgrades. So I think that's +3 armor, yeah. And then is that bronze swords as well? So +2 attack. And then we have some 2 units of artillery as well. A mangonel and a trebuchet. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Can I just like bring it over right now? Yeah, I totally can. So, do I want to do that now? Because I'm kind of afraid of the Egyptians retreating and like messing up my jihad. So, maybe give that a turn. Yeah, I'll just move him to Cordoba. I can move him. Doesn't matter where he is. I can just kind of go along. I don't think the zeal in my provinces is too high. Yeah, it's not. So that's one of the reasons why I've started using these imams to go in my provinces, because they can start raising the zeal. Since I don't have inquisitors, I got to use imams, and I finally can get them going here. Ooh, what's this? Probably, yeah, governorship of... So, yeah, the governor of Valencia died in that siege. That's so sad. Yes, let's find someone worthy, because Valencia can be a decent moneymaker, and I'm making only 488 right now, so I think, you know what, I think I have some guys over here that are probably worthy of that title. Oh yeah, like this guy, definitely. What was that, 9 acumen? Holy crap. Yeah, I believe he used to be one of my historical generals, and then that historical general passed away, and now this is the new guy, Hisham ibn Inan. Yes. Poor attacker, silver-tongued, master of numbers. Yeah, you are definitely going to be my next governor of Valencia. So what do we got? 1557 right now? That's what we're making right now. And that's going to give some loyalty and dread. Put that on him. And what about now? Yeah, almost doubled it. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, making almost 2 grand right now. That feels good. That feels a lot better. Okay, so you guys are going to go take out this fort. Do that. Yes, I'm not going to attack this castle here. And I'm not going to be... Yeah, we will see if they take this fight here in Sinai. I hope they do. Let's get a fight in. It's been a while. Let's get a good, big, juicy fight in. And let's drop this save and end this turn. So I did lose Nicaea. That's totally fine. That just means it's another province I can launch jihads against eventually. And yes, they are going to stand their ground here. So good. Sweet. That's what I like to see. So I could bring my demi-cannons in the first wave. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? But I don't know. Using artillery in these field battles is kind of janky, I feel like. Especially because I'm the attacker. So what I do like to see is the fact that they don't have like a ton of cav in that first wave. Which is interesting. Their general is going to be a unit of Faris. But other than that, they have 2 units of these Mamluk horse archers, which are good units, but like, you know, they're skirmish cav. And then a unit of Gulam bodyguards, which is actually not going to be their general. It's going to be the Fari unit, which is a 3-star general. So what happened to the Sultan? Did he like go to Arabia? Is he not here? Because he would be leading this army if he was here, correct? Same with the son. Did he also kind of escape somewhere? Okay, well they must have, because I'm not seeing either of them here. And they have plenty of heavy cav in the other waves here. Yeah, they have some heavy cav. They have camels, I think. Yeah, they have camels. Lots of skirmishers. This could be a doozy of a fight. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So, first things first, I need to make sure that I come up with an army comp that can go up against their... They're bringing in 6 units of heavy spearmen, so that's nothing to really, you know, I have to deal with that for sure. I have to make sure that I bring probably enough Ghazi infantry to really counter this. My Ghazi infantry can, with their armor-piercing attacks, will do a good job against that. And then, 2 arbalesters and then a unit of archers. So, interesting. Yeah, let me take a look at that and see what I want to do here. Right, so I'm going to be bringing my Almohad foot soldiers because I don't really need many Nubians, I don't think. At least not in the first wave. My Nubians will be beaten one-on-one versus the Saracen infantry, I believe. The Nubians are basically just there to like hold the front line versus cav charges, so I'm not going to be bringing any of these guys in the front in the first wave. But my Almohad foot soldiers will, be good on the attack, and they will also be good against any cav if they do want to charge me with any of their cavalry here. And then the Ghazi infantry with their armor-piercing axes. The Arab swordsmen or the Arab infantry, just because they have lighter armor, so they're going to be they're a decent sword unit, I'd say. The Almohad urban militia obviously are pretty tanky, decent armor and all that, but the Arab infantry, I believe, have a better attack, I think, or a better charge. I'm not sure, don't remember off the top of my head, but we'll give them a try and see if I can rely on my axes and my swords to beat their Saracen infantry. That's going to be the main thing. They have 6 units of this heavy spearman, so I want to make sure I can get rid of them. And then I'm bringing my camels as well, just because, my camels can probably beat all of this cav in melee, honestly. I think that's true. So we'll go with that. 2 units of Pavis arbalesters to outduel their non-Pavis arbalesters. And that's about it for the first wave. Other than that, yeah, I will be bringing in, Nubians and militia sergeants and regular archers and guns and heavy cav all in the second and third and fourth wave. So this could be a doozy. So grab yourselves a drink and a snack and sit down and get ready for what could be epic. We will see. Here we are in Sine, so let's just get my guys grouped up as quick as possible because, yeah, the enemy's right in front of me, and there's not a whole lot of terrain features here, as you can see, so let's get my guys grouped up here. And, yeah, looks like they're going to be moving. It looks like they're not attacking right away, at least. I don't know what terrain piece they could be going for. Maybe there's a little bit of high ground there in the back, but overall, this is looking pretty flat and pretty sandy, so I did choose calm weather, but already it's looking, it is really interesting how in this game you can choose a certain type of weather and then it just kind of like goes, nah, you're not going to get that. Just because the battles in this game are so long, the weather changes, which is really interesting. I'm not like totally on the fence with that. It can be kind of annoying, but it's like, it's real, that's how it is. So you have to roll with the punches. Looks like there's a nice little well right in front of us, so we can stay here and get hydrated. We can come back here if we ever get thirsty. And yes, this is probably where the rest of my army is hanging out. This little house. These 2 houses are holding the other 4,000 men in my army. So they won't be too far away if I need reinforcements. So what do we have in the center? Okay, so yeah, the catapult is just being left behind. And you know what? This is why I brought my freaking Saharan Cav. Just go, guys. Go get it. I was kind of on the fence with bringing these guys in the first wave, honestly, but just based on the army comp that my foe brought in their first wave, I just thought, you know what? I don't really need heavy cav getting tired, like running around and getting tired in my first wave. We will see if I actually end up regretting that, but in my experience, camels, even the camel archers, do pretty gosh darn good in melee, especially versus other skirmishers and other light cav. I've seen Berber camels do some pretty cool things in custom battles. So looks like the catapult's already kind of throwing some boulders at my Saharan cav, but you know what? They don't even care. They're just gonna let these guys die to my hungry horses. Go get them, boys. Take that, fools. This is for Tripoli, okay? Or should I say that the one guy in Tripoli that wouldn't die? Yeah, him. Oh, I'm still not over it. That bothers me so much. This is about as good as an angle we're gonna get here. So let's kind of march up. Yeah, they found the only hill they could find. And yeah, they got cav in the rear. What are they at in the front? Archers, arbalesters, So it's what? It's 2 units of archers and 2 units of arbalesters. Okay, so they do have the skirmish advantage. I don't know, do they? Like, I feel like my PvS arbalesters, even though I only brought 2 units of them, a part of me wonders if I could just out-duel all 4 of those units, but you may as well not risk it. I do have my skirmish camels as well. They can get a little firepower in as well. But it's mainly gonna come down to the infantry fight here. It's gonna be a matter of, you know, can I actually do enough damage to those Saracen infantry, because that's a heavy spear unit for sure. Like they can do some damage to me. Let's make sure you guys are in front. So my left and right flanks are going to be held by my spearmen and my arbalesters, and my center is going to be my really heavy hitting core here of, you know, good Almohad spearmen. Or no, sorry, I have my Ghazi infantry and then my Arab infantry as well. So those are my heavy hitters, backed up by my general, who is a 7-star general, so that should be pretty gosh darn good as well. They are starting to get some shots with their arbalesters on this side, and they are bringing down their Almohad foot soldiers. Now, can I counter that? Well, I think I can. Let me bring my Ghazi infantry over to get a flanking attack here. And if we can clean up a whole unit of spearmen while they're not being supported by the rest of their army, that could be really good for us, because right now their Saracens are too far behind to help out here. Now, oops, I didn't get my arbalesters back. Oops, that was a mistake. So let's try to get my arbalesters back here, and then let's just send over my spearmen to take care of them here. And yeah, they should run away here, but we will see. We will see. Yeah, the Saracens are coming in, so we want to make sure that we start shooting them with my Berber camels here. And then are these guys shooting as well? No, they're not in range of anything. So let's bring over these units here and here. So yeah, now they're running away. Let's bring back my Ghazi infantry here. And then let's get my right flank set back up again with my arbalesters in front. And then camels behind. And I can let my Saharan cav, there you go. Okay, that's good enough. Run back. Don't get caught by spears, please. Turn back around. Come back here. And yeah, now we have the Saharan infantry coming in, so now we have to get ready for probably a round 2, I'd say. In fact, will I even be able to get any shots off with my arbalesters? I don't think so, so I can probably bring them back. And then just bring my Ghazi infantry right back for a round 2 here. Yeah, if they want to keep pushing my right flank, that's totally fine with me. Ooh, if they want to turn around and just let my arbalesters shoot, that's good too. So let's kind of move my spearmen like this. Yeah, this is great. If my arbalesters just want to start, like, getting in position here and just start shooting at all of this, that could be really good. Are my arbalesters down here shooting at anything? Yes, we are picking up some Saracens, so that can be good for us. And then, yeah, right here, let's get some shots in, eh? They're stuck in a tough spot because they don't really want to be going for my infantry corps on this side. This is not a good fight for them, you know. I have armor-piercing attacks, I have swordsmen, and I have, you know, all of this as well. So, like, they're going to have to figure out how they want to deal with this. They can win the skirmish engagement, so if they want to sit back and keep shooting at me, like, that probably would work out for them. Now they've brought up their Mamluk horse archers, and at this point I'm considering to push forward, because I don't necessarily... I do have some lightly armored troops down here. My Ghazi infantry and my Arab infantry, they are lightly armored, and they'd be better off getting mixed into the fight rather than just sitting back here and, you know, getting shot at. So let's move them up. Let's make sure my general's keeping up as well. And then, yeah, on this side, just keep pushing forward here, and let's just see what their reaction is. If we can keep singling out infantry units, that would be great. But you know what? If we have to go in for an all-in push on this hill, I think I have the tools to make this work. Yeah, like this. If they want to bring in another unit of Saracen infantry, like one by one, I don't think that's going to be a great call for them. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be bringing in a second unit of Saracen infantry. Gulam bodyguards are coming down as well. So let's make sure that my spearmen are moved up, just so that they can help out my... Oop, nope. So you have to watch out for these guys in infantry, just because they are impetuous, so they can charge without order sometimes. That is a thing that happens. So let's make sure that I'm targeting with my Pavis Arblasters. What do I want to go after? Like, I think I want to go after the Saracen infantry, just because like that's the real tough nut to crack here. I'm gonna bring up this unit of Ghazi infantry over on this side just to help out with what's looking like it's gonna be a little bit of an engagement here. So we're gonna have to figure out where this unit's going and then kind of stop them from doing it. And yeah, it looks like they might want to retreat here. That's totally fine with me. I will just keep this unit of Ghazi infantry over on this side. Actually, I kind of want to charge them in the flank because because these guys are fast. Like they can catch up. So yeah, let's hit them with both units. Actually, let's hit. Let's leave this unit free for now, just to kind of react to this unit of Gulam bodyguards. So let's start shooting at the Gulam bodyguards with my Arbalesters on this side. Anything happening on this side? Not quite. It is tempting to send my Saharan Cav to go after those Arbalesters. It is tempting. Yeah, so we're pushing back them on this side. That's going very well for us. Let's bring in my Mohib soldiers to get a little surround on these Gulam infantry. Alright, Khwarezmian cavalry. Okay, this is a little bit scary. That's a unit that they must have just brought in. Yikes, I don't really have anything... Like, unless I want to use my camels to hold them up. I mean, that's a heavy unit of cavalry. I said that my Berber camels can do okay, but I don't know about, like, that good. So let's make sure that I bring my guys back here. I want them to chase, but I don't want them to chase too much. I need to make sure that I stay in somewhat of a cohesive formation here. And, ooh, this is an opportunity. Go get these guys. Go get those Arbalesters. And don't give them a chance to run away. Is the whole army pulling back? Is this happening? Really? What's going on here? That's the edge of the map, right? There's like nothing else behind there. What's going on? This isn't it, is it? No freaking way. They're all running away, and none of the waves are coming down to fight me either. What the hell? Oh, come on. Oh, I just got blue-balled, man. I spent so much time setting that army up. God damn it. Oh, dear. Jeez. So, the kills were pretty inconsequential, right? Like, I only killed 129, and I lost 105, so... Man, what a bummer. I mean, yeah, sure, I took the province, but still, I'm just kind of delaying the fight until later on. So, yes, Sine is down in my hands. A lot of that army is now going to actually perish in that castle for free now. So, oh gosh, I forgot about the castle assault. Yes, I should go in there and make sure that this is done right. I did bring 3 catapults in this army just to make sure I can create 3 breaches. However, they do actually have some artillery inside. I don't think their mortar has enough men to man it, so I don't think the mortar is shooting, but the catapult might be. I think the catapult might be shooting. Let's say 10 mortar crew. Actually, yeah, wait a minute. 10 mortar crew. Actually, it's the opposite. I think the mortar's shooting, but the catapult is in. Okay. That should be fine, though. I don't think there's much in this castle to stop, or in this fort to stop us. However, I thought the same thing for that last castle in Tripoli, so let's hope that I'm not wrong this time. I did keep my catapults out of range of these inner gates just because it's a little, I don't know, I was getting too close. Like, I was like trying to get my guys within range of at least that second gate so that I could bombard that down with my catapults. But I was like getting right up to this outer wall, and I don't want my catapults to get shot by you know, like archers on the wall. So I kept them back, and I'll have to send my men in to burn down these gates and melee. What do we have inside? Arbalesters and then archers? Okay, that should be pretty easy to kill everything that's inside here. And then in the back, Mamluk horse archers. Yeah, that's going to be a tough unit. Like, even though it's horse archers, they're pretty solid. And then over on this side, what do we have? Faris as well. Yeah, 2 decent units of skirmish cav in that rear area. And this is why I like bringing regular basic archers into these siege battles, because you know what? They're getting some decent damage in on these arbalesters. Gosh, I think by the time I get into this castle, there might not be much left of this unit. But I will be leading with my swordsmen just because they are, you know, better at killing just kind of like the basic stuff. And then I'll be leaving my spearmen to take out the cavalry in the rear.
Your brave warriors have breached the enemy walls.
Now we have the walls breached on this side, so let's start charging in. Militia sergeants first on this side, because I don't have any swordsmen on this side. So militia sergeants, you can go up there, and then spearmen can go back here and kill these mortar crews. And then, yeah, we're still waiting to get in through the gate and through this wall as well. That just about wraps it up for this inner area, or this outer area. So let's send my Almohad foot soldiers to start taking down this gate here. And what do we have in the back? Yeah, the 2 units of skirmishers, and yeah, there's nothing inside this inner... Do they ever do that? Do they ever have units hanging out in here? Because that'd be super annoying to have to go through 3 gates just for a, you know, a basic level fort. Man, we're still waiting to get down the wall on this side. This is getting a little annoying. Well, we're getting in here, and you know what? Let's see. Almohad foot soldiers. Almohad foot soldiers. I might want to use air infantry on that gate instead of my spearmen. But it looks like there's no oil, so I guess maybe oil's just for keeps. Maybe there's no oil for the first tier fort. And now we have reached the inner gate here, so let's get moving on in and let's wrap this up here. Now our Almohad foot soldiers are fighting the Faris on this side, and I think they should do pretty gosh darn good, although it says the Faris are winning, so that's a little bit nerve-wracking. Let's get some swordsmen and some militia sergeants in to help out with this fight. And then on this side, yeah, Almohad foot soldiers, let's go in here and fight the Mamluk horse archers. I don't want my archers shooting, actually. Let's just kind of go in there and help out in melee, because I don't want any friendly fire to occur. You see, I'm nervous now. I'm just afraid that one of these guys is just going to be left standing forever and he just won't die. Like, that was insane. That was insane. I'd really be curious to hear, like, what your experiences are with that. Like, has that ever happened? Is that going to happen again to me? Because that was a bummer. Like, that really bummed me out. I hated that so much. It's one thing, I get it if it's like a real badass, like a cataphract, or I don't know, you know, like unit of Gulam or not Gulam, but chivalric cavalry, or you know, some like bodyguard, a royal bodyguard or something. Like I can get it, kind of. I know that there are generals like that in this game that have that plus 15 health and they just last forever. But that was insane. That was a unit of Saharan Cav. That was so dumb. I hated that. So luckily, this was not a repeat of that, and I was able to take over Egypt entirely. So that is good. Pillage some money. That all feels good. And let's see, we got Naples. Let's get some rebels here in Naples. Okay, that's fine. And yes, we did sell back or ransom back some men back to the Egyptians. That's totally fine as well. I am the richest. Good, I should be. Influenza epidemic in Cyrenaica. This infection causes headaches, high temperatures, extreme lethargy, and fever. Income halved in Cyrenaica. Okay, not a huge loss because there's really not much income coming from Cyrenaica to begin with. And the Pope has died, so it's not as affected me. And okay, wow, the Egyptian Sultan has died from an illness. So, I mean, he was getting old as is, but I believe, I'm going to need to double check this, but I think he does just have the one guy left. So yes, I will have to make sure that's true. I mean, unless something's happened in the last couple of turns, unless someone has come of age, I'll have to double check that. But yes, one more turn before that one guy in Tripoli starves to death. So I will rejoice when that happens. And then let's see, Palestine, what's going on here? The Egyptians are mobilizing and preparing for a major attack. The Almohads appear to be the target of their planned invasion. The attack is not likely to happen until the year after next. Okay, so this is, I remember having these messages from my Shinobi and Shogun, where if you have these spies in enemy territory, they can kind of tell you what the enemy's plans are. Now, in this case, it's kind of like obvious because I'm, you know, closing in on them, and of course there would be a counterattack coming from the Egyptians. So an heir matures, so Prince Umar, so that's good having another son. Body house, that's either the upgraded ale house, which is what gives me assassins, or that's an upgraded tavern, which gives me spies. I think the body house, that sounds kind of frisky. That sounds kind of like a brothel, doesn't it? I'm not sure though. So that, I'm guessing that gives me upgraded spies would be my guess. Cannon foundry. So, yeah, I don't think, that's the 3rd tier, I believe, isn't it? Oh wait, Holy Roman Empire. So he wants to be allies. Interesting. I kind of don't hate that idea because when I'm attacking Hungary and Poland, the Germans are going to be sitting there right on my flank. And if I can have some sort of security that they won't attack me, that would be wonderful. However, if I have to attack them at some point in the future, this would get in my way. I don't know if they're even going to hang on to this. It's kind of interesting because they're allied with the Egyptians. Are they willing to break their alliance with the Egyptians? What's going on here? So, I'll accept it. Sure, why not? Prince Umar, what do you got? Secret Pride, -1 command, +3 valor. Okay, and Killer Instinct, so +2 valor, and then +1 dread. So, that is all good. And anything else worth checking out? Nothing really. Prince Omar, let's see what else we got. What else? What are your stats? Yeah, he's okay. 4 dread, 3 command, and just a ton of loyalty. Yeah, I'll take it. And that can always be useful. Always, always, always. So yes, I'm the governor of Egypt now, and man, see, like these guys in Sanae, these 500 men are gonna starve for, you know, in just 2 years. And now what I can do is it just the one family member now? Or did he get transported like out of this because he became king? Oh no, oh god damn it. He escaped my net. Oh my god. That is so cheeky. Because he inherited the throne, he is no longer in Arabia. Let me double check this. Let me make sure that there's no other heirs here. Oh, that lucky bastard. Well, I am not seeing any more family members. I believe it is just him right now. He only has 3 influence. Yeah, this guy, he's in rough shape. Like, he's not great. He has +5 health. So let's see if that's going to save him. But this is my chance to strike because he doesn't have anyone else right now. So here's the trick though, is that I still have a siege to deal with here in Sanae. I have a siege to deal with here in Tripoli. And I feel like this needs to be killed as well before I leave this part of the Egyptian kingdom. I feel like I need to kind of burn all of this corner down before I hunt down the Egyptian Sultan. But you know what? That's all gonna have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this episode and thank you very much for watching. I've been Conostep, and this has been Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.